Hi, John Dwyer here, and I thought I'd make this very, very quick video to explain two things. Number one, why you've received the invitation to come to this Tappas evening event, and number two, what it's all about. I'm the owner of the Institute of Wow, which is a direct response marketing business. We're very different from your traditional advertising agency. They will tell you it's all about getting your name out there, and we will say no, it's all about getting their name in here. And so we are very, very focused on marketing that delivers measurable results. Now, whether that happens to be Facebook or whether that happens to be direct mail, whether that happens to be TV, radio, whatever it may be, the fact is that we are judged on the, instant response that we can provide our clients. And I think you're going to find for your business, it'll be a very, very interesting evening because you're going to walk away, I think, with a brand new outlook on what you should be focusing on when it comes to your advertising dollar. So that's who we are, okay? We're all about direct response marketing, and the reason that you've been chosen to be given an invitation to come to this event, and it is first in, best dressed, so therefore if you are not sure whether you can make it, well, that's fine. I understand that. You may not be able to make it, but we've sent this invitation out to quite a number of businesses, and so therefore we're only going to have 12, 15 businesses at this particular dinner. So if you do want to come, I suggest you click below and get registered as soon as you can. It's not a mousetrap. It's not one of those things. We're not going to lock the doors and sell you timeshare. I just believe in sampling, taste testing. And I tell all of my clients that they should be doing that. And if you were a fish and chip shop, I'd be saying to you, we'll hand out some calamari samples at lunchtime and dinner time, and people will get to taste your product and hopefully come inside and buy some more fish and chips and therefore fall in love with the brand. So traditional advertising agencies will tell you it's all about getting them to fall in love with your brand so that they will taste your product. Well, that's fine if you've got a gazillion dollars to spend. My view is for small to medium-sized businesses, it's all about getting them to taste your product so they'll fall in love with your brand. And I'm going to show you how to do that on the evening in the hope that at some stage in the future, if you're looking for advice, marketing-wise, and you would like to, stimulate sales with a real measurable sort of focus on your advertising, you know where to come. We're not going to lock the doors and force you to buy anything. It's not one of those silly things. We're not that sort of business. I'm just going to sample what we are doing in terms of helping businesses like yours. And if it's something that resonates with you, you can see some value in it, then maybe at some stage down the track, at least you know where to come. You can knock on our door. In particular, we're going to be showing you a Facebook formula, which is just breaking records at the moment. And I think you're going to be particularly interested in that. It's all about what we call a two-step sell, and it's all about using your Facebook advertising to collect data and then follow up in a sales process. I think you're going to find that quite interesting. Less than 5% of businesses are using this particular style of formula. Just to give you a taste of the speed that we work at in terms of transforming businesses, have a look at this candy shop on your screen right now. And this was in Sydney, well, this is in Sydney, I should say, this candy shop. Wonderful candy shop once you get inside. They are a business that promotes the fact that they are the international house of candy, so therefore they bring candy in from overseas. And but the front of their shop, as you can see, is pretty ordinary. So guess what? I sketched up what it should look like, which was influenced very much from Disneyland, okay? And this is what it looks like now. Have a look at the transformation. Now, that particular shop front transformation cost only around about $7,000 for that particular business owner. And he very recently stood up at one of my events and said that that $7,000 investment is going to bring him home an extra $1 to $1.5 million in sales this year, because it's been now up for about 2 or 3 months, so he's been able to extrapolate what that means over a year, and he believes that that $7,000 investment will make him an extra $1 to $1.5 million in sales this year. Here's another one. This happens to be a chiropractor business in Sydney, and this is what the outside of his business used to look like. Okay, pretty ordinary and pretty weird. I don't know what the graffiti was all about. His major repetitive trade is from people who are playing sports, because obviously they need, the help of a chiropractor more often than most. So guess what we did? Sprinkled some pixie dust on it, and immediately it looks like this. And that has revolutionized his turnover as well. I don't know what the graffiti was about beforehand. It was just crazy. It was a branding agency, would you believe, that advised him to do that. Like, insane. They're offline things. Let me show you a couple of online things. This happens to be the website of an opal mine attraction in Lightning Ridge. Pretty awful homepage for a website, and we decided to expand the audience into families because he was only getting caravans and older senior people going to it, and so we sprinkled our direct response wow factor stuff on it, and now it looks like this. So you can see the before and after from one website to the next. And of course, what we did is we broadened the audience to families instead of just seniors who were coming through in the caravans, and the rest is history. That owner is a very happy camper. So look, I won't go any further, but the fact of the matter is that you're going to be seeing at this dinner a whole bunch of those sorts of transformations, and you'll learn the formula of direct response marketing, or at least my formula, to be able to take back to your business. It's not a mousetrap. It's not something where we're going to force you to buy anything. It's just that what we've done is chosen businesses that fall into categories that I've had a lot of experience with, and your business happens to fall into one of those categories. And so it just makes sense, if we're going to showcase our wizardry, we may as well showcase it to businesses that I've had a lot of experience with. And your industry, I should say, is one of those industries that I've had a lot of experience with. So hopefully you can come. Again, it is first in, best dressed. So therefore, if you'd like to come, then just click the button below and register. And we look forward to seeing you there. It's a bit cheeky. It's a little bit irreverent. Please do not register if you may not be able to come, because you're going to take up an empty seat. Well, you're going to take up a seat that will be empty that night. So please be fair dinkum about this. If you are going to come, then certainly register. But if you think, oh, I might not be able to because there's another Christmas function on, please don't take up the seat and then not turn up, okay? Because obviously we're doing this in good faith, and we are making sure that we're catering for 12 to 15 businesses. So please, if you are going to come and you register, please make sure you come. 2019 is just around the corner, so if there's ever a time to be sharpening up your marketing focus, then it's probably a good time right now. Look forward to seeing you there.